Hey, ma'am. She's still searching for a book. Her eyes wander off the cover. You were right. I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read about them, just like you said. And I even decide on what kind of a cockatoo I am. Want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
She's ready to put that question aside. No, I'm the funeral cockatoo.
The what now?
The funeral cockatoo is the most depressing one.
You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
The woman looks baffled by your personal revelation. She said, slowly shaking her head. Yeah, I'm not your regular brand cop.
I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day.
What a day, yeah. It's been an interesting day. Sorry about that. Oh my, she's like. Alright, Classy, we got to like. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, I did have remote viewer division. It takes away one perception, and it's gonna take like 5 hours or something. So yeah, it's gonna take a little. It's gonna take a bit. Okay. Yeah, I still need the flashlight. Hi.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus pauses dramatically.
Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? Okay,
more
but
questions
please,
about the
only
bar?
a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Okay. What about the wards on the back door? Are they Seminis as well?
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do.
The lesser
here.
wards go on the curtain. All
The
right.
woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, ma'am. I have. She's not the sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing.
Yeah, this shouldn't be too direct because if we try to turn it down, she's gonna reinforce it. Be like, no, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then she will be like, it's like when you tell like an anti-vaxxer or something like that. It's like, no, you're wrong, and they're like, no, you're wrong, and then they hold their belief even stronger.
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie. Sire.
Okay, you see, we got a lot of chimney. We got a lot of chit chat on my head.
You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
There is hold on. There's a lot. She said there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She says just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is in the this is a lie. The source is in the taxidermy shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the boy's spirit down upon this place. For honestly, I have no answer there. There still leads to be followed, like this strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels, I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors.
This triactors.
In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, May the Lord be with you.
She performed an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters. Darker waters.
Should we get out of here? Before the vortex collapses?
No need to be sarcastic, Kim.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too. 1,200 meters away, on the urban coast. The dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
Ooh, foreshadowing. Thank you. Weird sensation on my neck. Okay, we got 2 points. What do we want to put? I'm gonna save still a couple of points. Let's talk again to the novelty dice maker. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. No, it doesn't. Don't be stupid. Well, at least she's not gonna think that you are the one who's cursing the place.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
More questions about the building. Any new? No.
Good. I hope it claps.
Alright, let me check once again. Do I have any shivers of any kind? Anything that takes away shivers? No. We'll try again.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking?
A gust of
Nice!
cold air
Hell
sweeps
yeah!
through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey Niha, the curse is real, and I figured out why it has spared you.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asked as the wind continued to sweep in through the cracks of the old chimney. It's because you're not in the same building as the other. This isn't technically the Doom commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
She says, shaking her head.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
Thank you, Shivers. No, there used to be a coal plant, touches the safety curtains. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it makes sense. It's perfectly this is not even like a crazy. This is a perfectly logical reasoning. She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Well, it has a different address in the heart of the city.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Yeah, I know, I'm a lot, but trust me, I'm into something here. Look, I'm shaking my flashlight like crazy. What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on an index finger. A lucky charm? A Seminese ward?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents.
Oh.
I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See, the curse is real. Bet you didn't run the little jewelry shop from the protected depths of the chimney?
No, you're right. I didn't.
She laughs again, but it sounds rather small and sad.
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You made it quite nice and cozy. This is a good thing. That we're not exactly saying that's not what happened. We're just saying, hey, this place is nice.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want
Hey,
it.
that's just life, baby.
That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be. You
Hell
can
yeah.
try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
This kid Holmes, I'm a very RPG fan. I want to be able to do good deeds in my video games because I don't know. I guess it's something I will do in real life too, but I don't know. It feels so much meaningful in games where you are involved in a story, you know, with characters and stuff. Like feeling that you made some tangible change for the better. You know, I don't know. It's a weird melancholic feeling that I get from that. Like I said, yeah, there's a violent about dice rolls. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
She gives you a tired smile. We gain the precarious world. Okay, well, alright, that's pretty good. Leave. What is the precarious world? Is that a good thing? The precarious world. All red check fails. Oh, that's not good. Since, like, the point of this game is victory, the absence of defeat on all front. Victory is business venture and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory, ideological victory, hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victory too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though, not a lot of victories inside. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? And how do you not lose? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Should I get that? That one feels odd. That one feels sort of important. Okay, never mind. We got our thoughts. We take with Clarice. We did all that we can in this little space for now. So why don't we try to? Okay, there's a thing that we could have done, and I tried to avoid. Oh, now that we got perception, we can check this out.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
What am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
Fair.
This isn't case related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
Reconstruct the movement.
The tire
Nice.
tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago.
Okay, this is what happened.
Written in the language of burnt
I mean,
rubber.
we definitely did this. Come on.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there
Okay.
and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
The entire wouldn't enter here.
Built again.
This is exaggeration.
The hole in this fence doesn't look that huge.
Yeah, the hole is not that impressive.
He was exaggerating. People blame cops for everything that goes wrong in the world. This has nothing to do with you.
I don't know about that. Okay, what happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
A car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared.
Because we did this.
don't
Come
know
on. It's super obvious. Is it connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time.
Oh man, time is all that we have right now. And yeah, we already did that. It was on the coast, the little thing ramp. This is the point of departure of the vehicle that crashed into the Samaran butter sign.
That's plausible. A similar reckless abandon seems to be in evidence.
I think I got it. Okay, now that I can recheck stuff, yeah, because we got good perception. Okay. Smells like spoiled meat and curly dairy. This is because I got a lot of perception, I think. Let's check this out.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks. Point to them.
Noted.
The lieutenant takes out a little notebook. Can we pass this?
Maybe more
Hell
than
yeah.
12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Alright, let's get over one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 44.
Alright.
3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 43.
Okay, I'm sensing like a pattern.
4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46?
Which one is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Alright, let's count a bit more then.
5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44.
Alright, so it goes around 44, 46, something in that ballpark. Got it.
6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female? I don't know why it matters.
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, huh?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it. And the tracks burn in the middle of it. In a strange, beautiful way.
Alright, let's count the rest then.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Well, that's definitely have to be carrying the body.
8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes movement. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
He points to his glasses. Okay. Point. Like step number 41 shoe.
A woman? Or a kid?
Don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
The lieutenant marks something down in his notebook.
But why?
But you're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
Maybe the carrier want to impress their peers with a display of physical might?
You mean a display of athletic ability meant to belittle the victim? A local champion carrying the intruder alone? I can see it. Anyway, the other?
I mean, we have Measurehead here having like 4 women and being like, the degeneracy, that you're a degenerate. Blah, blah, blah. So, an aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul.
Oh, this one's easy. Way too easy. It's a driver.
Good thing to remind us, Logic. A driver would have wear down the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. And remember that abandoned lorry cabin we found?
With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses at his eyes light up with excitement. Oh, we're solving crimes with Kim.
Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the odd soul.
She's also the one running the drug trade. Interesting.
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller. who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
And how do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here then?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
When we have all the pieces, it becomes easy, yes.
Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel.
We shall withhold being content.
The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it. Suddenly, it seems like your tie is alive again. Whispering. No, screaming into your ear.
That's impossible.
What? Withhold being content? What are you? Mild to moderately disabled? That doesn't feel like something you should do. Live a little. Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove. You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene.
I like how vivid my interior is, but could we maybe do something that doesn't involve getting drunk?
Regardez ladro tal. He wants to have fun without alcohol. That won't be fun. That'll be boring and sad.
Detective?
I'm experiencing everything it fits. We should celebrate by getting the absolutely under the hammer in this jar. Say, I'm experiencing a mild malfunction, Lieutenant. Something to do with my tie. Ill pass. Can you hold on for a moment?
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. The beat passes in silence. The wind blowing. The cargo belt squeaking. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie, looking sweaty even by your standards. He needs to say something.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong. Better not to have them confirmed just yet. Do you see anything else?
Okay, that was such an unhinged event. I think we've been through all of it. Need to the stupid. There we go. You're just driving me nuts. Can I check the body now, please?
There, he still is.
Man, I hate it. Can we open this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eaten.
It doesn't count? Oh my god, okay. Well, this is unfortunate because I think it means that the only way that we are actually possibly being able to pass is to actually go through the whole thing. Do you need anything? Get the stupid racist
Looking for something on?
thing. I'm not happy about that, but I mean, what can we do? You know? Because I think you can climb here, and that will give us some stuff. I think that's how it works. Hey.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Oh man, I don't know. Should I try again to punch it? It's never worked. You know what? I'm gonna save scum this time. I don't care. I'll do it.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Really
you.
let yourself go.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. Hell yeah! Bam! Get fucked, bitch.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
You know what? Just press the button. We don't have to say nothing.
On the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No, I'm not.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes heads to the door. Hold on, there's a little thing here. Ooh, and $1. Oh, I'll take it. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Fuck you, measurehead. I'm not gonna think about your stupid things. Ideology is stupid. I don't care. The door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Yep, I agree. Every worker member of the board is reading on top of the flyers. And the bottom, the union logo and Demand Democracy. This is Dewey's typewriter. The model name on the back. Okay. Book La Fumée Ball number 1, volume 1, number 4. Alright. What is this? I think it's a book, but I'm not gonna read it right now. I'm gonna read it later. The leading intellectual organs of Martinez communism offer a radical Masovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Friesel with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Cool. Ooh. What? Oh. Sports Scout Le Jardin. Okay. This laminated post can offer a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. Yeah, literally pennies. Neat office shaders, visual calculus and drama. If we need it, we have it. Cool. Some magnesium. I really need health items. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid and the pod look almost sentient. Okay. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Yeah, anyone can just come in and open the drawer.
Opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Well, is there anything interesting? Browse them.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourself to go through the folders. If I fail, I can put another point into volition. I have several. I don't mind.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist samurai monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically.
Hey, I got 10 HP for that, so leave the folders alone for now.
The drawers.
Okay, hold on. We can do that. We can do that again. I don't mind. We can put a little point, and now we should have even more. It was 75 before. Now it's 83.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Evrart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Evrart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Okay, remember Leo. Ever shoe special whirling borscht. This is just a small list of short chores. Not even like particularly fun chores.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Evrart.
Evrart Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Yeah.
Hundreds and the same. You already win. Remember, Leo, all items
Alright,
on the
well,
drawer.
something about borscht or whatever. Their radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Insert 10 cents.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Interfacing challenge 12. Let your muscle memory deal a random number. Okay.
Your fingers run over
Okay.
the dial pad.
Sure.
005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then
What are we calling?
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
Excuse me, what is this place? I mean, he literally says a video rental.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
Do you know me?
No.
What is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Probably. What did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my
If
name.
you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
He sounds annoyed now. Okay.
he thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Oh my god, something about my past. I feel real sad about Video Revachol 24 hours.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
We're done. Hang up the phone. Alright, that was a weird event. Hey, my jacket!
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You
Lieutenant
can feel it.
points to the clock. I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes.
Yeah, that was a stupid question. Grab the cloak.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is really.
Man, I wish I had a piece of cloth that will be so comfortably. Okay, I forgot to check the neat office shades. It gives me 1 visual calculus, Eye of the Reckoner, and it takes away 1 drama. It's a bit dry. I'm gonna take this glass actually. Anyway, these were stuffed away at the Door Workers Union's office. They're perfectly for scribbling down papers when the sun tries to get in your eyes. Good for staring down suspect too. Cool. And the RCM Patrol Cloak. Oh, this one is way better than this. It gives me 1 Spirit of Corp, taking back the streets, and it gives me 1 Shivers. Know thy neighborhood. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin, whatever that is. It will be night wind and waterproof if they weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature wide rectangles of the RCM covers the back. Okay, well, let's get that. I look ridiculous. Let me get something better. Just give me give me that shit. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Collecting rainwater.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud.
Kim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Sure, take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
I'm making an artistic photo collage. Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
This is the...
Alright, I can do. René is the guy. Is a guy that we haven't still talked to yet. It's playing over there. At least 3-pack worth of cigarette butt. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
I must have been in an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. Yeah, this is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Well, thankfully I'm a new and better person, so... Let's grab all these bottles, at least we can get some change from them. Man, this is more than just 6 bottles, and... You like that sound? That was way more than just that. Alright, this is the dock. All around you, gray machines in whatever. 1 pine trees are printed into the screen covering. Looks like a forest underneath snow. That's kinda cool. I need to go there, still haven't got there. Nope, the thing.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Okay, thank you, Encyclopedia. Bless marche.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Cool. There we go. That looks so unsafe. Oh.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay, I mean, it did... I mean, there was this thing to do one thing, so I guess it did.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Alright. We leave. Because I don't know what I'll do the things I do, Kim, honestly. Some things are just catch my attention. 7 cents? Ooh, that's like 7 bottles. You see industrial littering on the platform, whatever.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
You know, Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
No, it's totally different. I don't want to paint it. I'm just drawn to it.
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I mean, it was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
Well, that is also true.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Knock at the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Rhetoric. Impossible. 18. Persuade the door to open. Been in the world for 2 days. Precarious world. Sure.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Anything. I don't know, anything at all.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Nothing more to do now, I guess. Weird. Well, we'll try again. Do I have more points to rhetoric? I could put a lot of points into rhetoric if I feel like. I feel like 8 is like the max amount that I would like to put. The shipyard ahead is only quiet. The grain machines are sleeping. I feel like 8 is probably like the max that I will require for anything. The speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. The musk oil and rust come from the charms in front of you. Smells like blood. Alright, this is lock. This? Alright, yeah. Ooh, found Ultra Series glove. Okay, in case we need Half-Life. More money. Industrial size thermos. Smell like burnt coffee. Almost $2. Nice. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. Why waves on red? Sings. Containers, containers, containers.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Easy Leo. Oh, you're Leo.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
And it's crap.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Evrart.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Evrart, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
He smiles.
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Damn.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
That's a weird rumor.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Yeah, that was definitely in our head, sir. What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. so it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers, towering behind him. Ooh, should we put a point in logic? Man, I'm almost there to level up. What is going on here? Look at the mountains of container rising behind him. 83 is a good chance.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Cool.
There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looked like a massive red decoration operation, Cam.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Evrart doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yeah, probably. What is underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Chemicals. Thanks, Leo, you've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
So, where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
I'm sure that's great.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrart is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrart sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stopped, but seemed eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friend get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrart telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know.
Boys be boys.
I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
I know, you're such a nice little boy, Leo. You're easy Leo. You know, you're not fighting Leo. You're not hard Leo. You know what I meant? Hard Leo. You don't know how to fight. It's okay. You're a good old man.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
It looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Evrart and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Evrart.
That's on the
I'm
list.
sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
The little guy starts coughing.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Evrart has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Yeah. Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everart's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Evrart is away.
He chuckles.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Sí, entonces she's the right-hand lady. A good-hearted chuckle again.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those candy bars. Ugh, okay. Not sure that's the kind of comment you want to do, Leo.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Who's this Miss Buffer you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Evrart put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Is she by any chance a gardener in her free time?
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
No. Well, how about adopting?
Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Oh.
So Evrart trained a lawyer named Miss Buford. Interesting.
Well, I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiled at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Well, it was a pleasure to make your day. Are you the Leo who wrote the notes to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckled merrily. The special borscht.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean taking this soup to the man? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it out of whirling in rags? Like the cook?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
I don't think he knew what I mean. What is in the container over there? Points to the container suspended from the crane.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
I'm looking for the leader of the dog workers union now that we talk about it.
Oh, you want Mr. Evrart then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughed, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Didn't you tell me this already? Okay, do not interrupt them, I guess.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady.
Yeah, okay.
But all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
He looks for sign of death belief in your eye. No, say anything.
Ben was naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
He keeps nodding and looking at you with a smile that's too sincere to be clever. Finally, he seems to lose some internal struggle and adds, "That one's naked too." That's all I got to say about that. Very interesting, very interesting. Thanks for telling me the whole thing.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Evrart is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
Okay, I'm off. Thank you.
Bye now.
Jeez, guys, he does talk a lot. Alright. The coffee's in a giant thermos and still look warm. Stair made of pallets leading up. Hi! You're big. A taxidermy fish that tells the time. Cool, I would like one of those.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Okay, say nothing. Look him dead in the ass. Hold on, I think I have to. I would like to spend some of my points on stuff. Maybe empathy. I know I need empathy, so maybe understand him better will be good. Say nothing. Look him dead in the eyes.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank.
Gross.
Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses.
Come on, perception. That was unnecessary.
Amblyopia, a childhood condition. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead.
How can it be that hot here? Keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips. Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a good one.
So...
He began to speak, albeit very slowly, purposely leaving a pause after his opener.
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Evrart Clare, head of this little operation here.
That is not the voice I remember from this guy. Is this the same voice actor from the before the overhaul?
Please, have a seat.
He gestured to a tiny folding chair opposite to the giant desk. I remember this chair. This is the worst enemy in the game.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
I'm gonna need your help, Kim, yes.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
What are you calling me, Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
No.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
Don't give up, but don't leave either. You're going to have this conversation on your terms. You just need to remain headstrong.
Okay, yeah. Remain standing. Don't go anywhere. I'm just gonna stay here. You wanna make me leave? Make me.
Evrart starts whistling a little worker song. He really is trying to ignore you, or will you out of existence.
Stand strong. I'm a nuisance for everyone in this world, and you are included. Stand strong.
The lieutenant stands right next to you, not showing any signs of impatience or boredom.
I see you are an extremely stubborn man, Mr. Dubois. That ain't necessarily a bad thing.
Finally, the big man looks at you in the eyes and speaks. I'm so happy. This went a lot different than the time I played this game before.
You did it. This might help against whatever comes next.
Cool. 5 experience. I'll take it.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today? Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Gart? I mean, not really.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his deck. It's absolutely, comically, huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
No, I have money. I don't need it. No.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
I mean, we do need the money, but...
Yes, but you owe him for it.
You know Gart.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Take the comically large check and don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me?
No.
No, it's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
God damn, what do you mean?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Calm down, we already knows that we lose the gun.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
What? Hold on. Didn't we remember that?
When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
I'm not worried. I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Okay, so we took the novelty check. I mean, it's still worth it. Well, we're probably gonna lose like a little bit of morale. Maybe it's fine. They didn't say thank for it. Okay, that neutralizes it. At least you're not sitting. Composure. Don't panic, please. I think we panic.
You're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
I don't want this toad-looking man to think I'm disgusting. Who is he to judge me?
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to a safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him.
That is
Mr. Dubois.
That is so stupid. No. Nah, I'm good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hand above your head. Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hand above your head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
I am absolutely terminal. I'm dying here.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comments.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
How could you say that? I'm Team Kim all the way.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? I just finished investigating the local drug trade, actually.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Do they have a key though? Why do the city has a key? Like a big key, like a big cartoon key. Is that a real thing? I actually have no idea.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
And you're going to ask me how it's going?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Damn. You call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evrart, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
He pats the brown folder in front of him.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects error over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
You know about a family? Do I have kids or what? Where do you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
I mean, it's super high. 97 can suspect something red shipping folders before. Yeah, maybe, okay.
As you look at the folder, Evrart covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file.
Hey, that comment hand, that's not a RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do?
Okay, now it went from like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter at all.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So, the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois?
Yes,
Dubois?
that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay?
Alright.
Let's move on.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
He could really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to
That's
do it.
really the game telling you. Literally, you gotta work with this guy, you like it or not. I will not be blackmailed. I don't care about my gun. That's not a good look. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Right.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Right. Well, let's talk about that in a moment. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun.
Okay.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Said nothing. Let's not add the but, even if it is slightly funny.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
I mean, is that true? Are we door-opening machines, Kim?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
But this gives me the opportunity to enter into a place, and that sounds fun to me. And why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
And this guy's so corrupted. Well, whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
But I like weasels. What do you know about this weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removed his glasses and rubbed his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He put his glasses back on. Right. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about the murder. Accept the task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
Okay. He smiles, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all out.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay. But I want to go in. And I'm pretty sure he wants me to go in too. I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
He had just a bottom on his sleeve. Yeah, we're getting fine enough, I guess.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Yeah, I can tell. You're all smile and sunshines. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concession for the company in previous negotiation. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
He looks down inside. You call him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Man, I don't like this guy. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction. If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
The only thing I don't see is remorse for whatever this fucker has done. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock.
It is a
Tell
nose
her
clock.
how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
It was. I mean, he definitely wants me to tell him because I know he put a bug in the boat. It's fine. I really don't know, you know, like his end goal all that much, to be honest. Or at least I don't remember it. What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Well, there's something special about it. It was attached to a Blue crane. Kelvasound crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Evrart, I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
He leans, reaches into the drawer, and pulls out a plastic card. Thanks, I was not one. Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Well, that ended up not horribly. Okay. Let's read this and this finish for the day. For ultimate performance efficiency, this film's Ultra Series glove comes fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making this ideal for quadruple movement and for lifting cargo. Half-life, unfiltered contact. And you gave me, oh, we got the photo of a happy couple, a black, yeah, we read this, is fine. Giant novelty check, it's not that big. This 20 for 50 centimeter checks looks like it meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. It's supposedly exchanged for 25 real at your local free test store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the words, constable rent, all of it. Note, worthless in a pawn shop. Okay. Cool. Well, and with that, I think we have everything that we want for today.
Yes?
Anything that,
What
about
do
the
you want
game?
to know? Good.
No response. He's having trouble. The moment passes.
What about me? Good. Let's...
Alright, nothing else. Okay, we're good. Yeah, next episode we're gonna finish the activities of the night. We're gonna try to talk that container again. We're gonna try to replace the check. We're gonna do a couple of things. Oh, I forgot. We gotta check the people on the balcony or something. The smoker on the balcony. Yeah, after 21. Okay, yes, we're gonna do that. So still a lot to do for the day. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see each other in the next episode of Disco Elysium. Bye bye.